Hello, this is Dr. J back with some more Let's Play Class of Heroes 2G Remastered Edition. As we've just arrived at whatever this academy was, after exploring a bunch more of the Witch's Forest, a girl calling herself Flansama, a Diabolos girl, appeared and has offered to give us a tour. So let us go ahead and do that. I guess we'll check the dorms first. Actually, is she at the library? Yes. That gnome looks like... what word do I want? He looks sketchy. I feel like he's giving that exact expression to Aisha. Like he's just ogling her, and poor Aisha's just getting real uncomfortable. And then Wheeler has to kind of step in between them and give this guy a stern look. That's what's happening in my mind. You call that a nice smile. I call that a shady smile. I vaguely remember that these two might be an item. But, you know, since the last time I played this game was, I forget, what, 14 years ago or whenever it came out? I don't really trust my memory, but I think they may be an item. Okay, my memory is immediately vindicated. I promise I did not know she was about to say that. It was pretty clear. Okay, yeah, memory was accurate. I'm actually impressed with myself for remembering a trivial detail like that from so long ago. Well done, me. Thank you, Limon. The wifey wears the pants here. Sometimes this localization is pretty good. Okay, so I was pronouncing it bruschetta, but they're pronouncing it bruschetta. I may just keep calling it bruschetta, because bruschetta just sounds odd and wrong to me. Like, that shouldn't be how it's pronounced. Even though, kind of by definition, how they're pronouncing it is correct. Alright, so anyway. The wonderful bruschetta. Despite how she looks. I mean, it's true that she doesn't necessarily look like a spellcaster. I would have pegged her as more of a rogue type. Okay, so this is another place where I can explore some class ups. Oh, well, thanks, Limon. He consents our player character power. Also, you're gonna give us quests. I kind of like these two. I think I vibe with these two better than the two at that other academy. The reptile maniac and her cowardly boyfriend. I mean, they're funny. I don't have anything against them. They're amusing. But like I said, I think I just vibe better with these two. Okay, well, first things first, let's just see what kind of class ups we can do. So I think that's courses, right? I guess. So, for example, I remember that I had in mind that I might change Seraphi to another class, but I don't even remember what it was. Might have been Necromancer. But she apparently doesn't meet the requirements, whatever they are. I do like a lot of these female Celestian artwork. That one is especially adorable, the fighter version. Okay. that one's pretty good too. Yeah, I'm a fan of the female Celestian art. Very cute. But I can't class change her in anything I'm interested in class changing her into, so... What about Sherry? I can make her a Necromancer. She might have been the one I was thinking of making into a Necromancer anyway. But I definitely want to keep her as a puppeteer for now. Okay, I like that one. That's kind of sassy and cute. I like that one, also sassy and cute. That one's just adorable. That one's pretty cool. I like that one. That's, I don't know, attitude, emo, and cute. That one's pretty cool looking. I'm not such a big fan of the basic version. But yeah, the rest of these are all great. Anyway, I don't want to change her into a Necromancer right now. I don't think I'm ever going to want to class change Aisha. I probably want her to be a Ranger forever. Which is fortunate because she can't become anything else. Let's go ahead and cycle through her other... Okay, the idols. Okay, I like that one. I think that's... is that the Mage or the Geomancer? I think that's the Mage. I'm not sure gnomes can even become Geomancers. That might be Kula's basic version. I like the fighter version. I don't know why you would ever make a gnome into a fighter because their stats are horrible for it, but I like the art for it. I kind of like that art too for the whatever you call the monk, the martial artist. All right. Well, anyway, I don't want to actually class change anybody into anything, so let's go ahead and take that that quest, shall we? Black robes. Interesting. Are they evil cultists? Maybe I'm jumping to conclusions, just assuming that because whatever this unidentified group is wears black robes. If I didn't mention it already, I am recording this one back-to-back off the previous episode as well, which I had already mentioned then that I'm very tired. I'm even more tired now, so derpiness is only going to increase. I mean, why? Shouldn't those always be popular? It's such a classic look. It's timeless. I feel like the part where they're attacking students is more relevant than the fact that they're wearing black robes. Although granted, the black robes might, you know, make them more identifiable and suggest that they belong to some kind of common group. Okay, back to the Witch's Forest, huh? Okay, I'll try it. Do you have any clue where they are, though? Because the Witch's Forest is kind of gigantic with a lot of maps, if you noticed. I don't think they're going to tell me, are they? No. Could be literally anywhere in that huge, gigantic region. Okay. Maybe we won't do that immediately. Maybe we'll just kind of look for them anytime we happen to be passing through the Witch's Forest. Let's actually remember to sell our coins. Okay, I just spent tons of time at the store. So much time at the store that I'm actually going to edit most of it out, or even all of it, because it was kind of a really long time, because there was a lot of really good stuff for sale, and we actually have enough money that we were able to afford it. As you can see, I just spent most of my party's money, but we were able to get a lot of really good stuff. So if I'm able to remember everything... let's see. I don't think I got anything new for Wheeler. Not sure I got anything new for Candy either. or Grum. It might have all gone to the backliners. Oh, and I discovered that I can change my party members' portraits from the status page. I didn't realize I could do that. And I decided to change Grum to this one because it's so cool looking. Yeah, that one just looks awesome. So that is Grum's art that we're going to use now. I decided to keep the others the same. We might, change them at some point, but for now they're good. So, let me actually start with Aisha. There is a Goemon's Pipe for sale, which is Thief Plus. It improves thief abilities and gives luck +1. That's obviously incredible for a ranger, so I went ahead and bought that for her. That did mean that her Cloak +4, which was giving her a huge defense boost, couldn't use that anymore because they're in the same slot. So I bought her a bunch of other stuff to help compensate for that and not have her defense go all to crap. I got her the long pants and the gloves and the academy hat. And the academy hat also is improving her accuracy. Also, the game insists that the shuriken is better than the short bow she had. Even though looking at the attack values, I don't see how that pencils out. Because with the short bow does up to 64 damage times 2. So it seems like it would max out at 128, which is higher than maxing out at 120 times 1. But the game insisted that the shuriken is better, so I went ahead and sold her short bow and got her the shuriken. So hopefully that was a good decision. The Cloak +4 went to Seraphi. I don't think anything else changed on Seraphi, but she now has much better defense thanks to that, since the Cloak +4 gives huge defense and special resist plus. And Sherry got magic glasses, which improve her accuracy, and a marionette, which does 26 to 75 damage times 3, which is insanely good. And if that's as good as it looks on paper, it should make her a bit of a killing machine. There's all kinds of good puppeteer weapons for sale at this shop. I guess because this is like the magic user school and puppeteers are magic users or something like that. There was an even better one, but it was a little out of our price range, and that was the Nutcracker, which does 43 to 99 times 4, which is insane at long range. But it's 60,000 and I had 50,000 some, so I couldn't quite afford it. I don't think I'd have wanted to blow my entire funds on a single weapon anyway. But anyhow, I think that my party's pretty kitted out at this point. We should have some really good weaponry. Oh, and I also bought a map for the Path to the Ruins, because obviously we're going to want that. Let's go ahead and explore said Path to Ruins. I think I already mentioned this, but I'm not going to immediately go try to complete that quest that involves tracking down the black-cloaked guys in the Witch's Forest. Because the Witch's Forest is freaking huge and comprises like a gazillion maps, so who knows where they are. But I'll keep an eye out for them as I'm passing through the Witch's Forest en route to doing other things. Oh, there's also a Wyvern ticket for sale here. And maybe I should buy that while I'm thinking of it. I'll have no money left, but Wyvern tickets are so good that I kind of feel like anytime I see one for sale, I shouldn't pass it up. Okay, we're now officially broke, but I think that was worthwhile. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and... I'm also putting all this in a new save, just in case any of this turns out to be a terrible decision. I can just reload. We're going to go ahead and continue with the main quest we're currently doing, which is our practical exam. So, new region time, Path to the Ruins. Okay, I remember this one. I'm surprised at how well I remember these different map areas after so long. Oops. Okay, this is only too wide. I should probably turn on float here. Alright, let's see how our party's new gear does. Although I'm going to be using breath, so I mean, I guess the only major new weapon I got, we're not going to get to see this time. But we do have Aisha's Shuriken. Oh, she's going to spend her first turn hiding. I don't know if I can actually steal anything from these enemies anyway, but... Oh, hitting us with spells, huh? How dare you. Alright, who looks the most robbable? The Flying Erasers, maybe? My goodness, the monsters in Class of Heroes are ridiculous. Oh, okay. It's 27 gold. So she did get a little bit of money from it, but it was a pretty pathetic amount. Okay. Those were pretty tough. They actually did hurt the party, but they weren't too tough. They weren't so tough that it's like we're just super underleveled. Still, if that's indicative of the caliber of enemy we're going to have to deal with, we're going to want to be careful in here. Let's turn on Floateer. We'll see if we actually get an opportunity to see the new puppet in action. As long as there's big groups of enemies like that, especially enemies that look like they might be physical resistant, just having her breath on them, or breathe on them, I should say, is probably going to be the better play. Hopefully I didn't waste a lot of money getting her that new weapon, because it was the most expensive thing I got. It was like 13,000 G. I'm having a vague memory of a place that looked similar to this, having an anti-magic zone over water, which of course causes Floateer to deactivate. That means any characters who don't just float naturally, or have accessories making them float, instantly die. In other words, it's total garbage and BS. But I don't know how accurate my memory is about that. We'll see. Judgment, good lord. Is that true? No, there's no trap on it whatsoever. I thought that sounded suspicious. And that's after I just got you that new accessory that's improving your thieving abilities, Aisha. Come on, you can do better. I believe in you. It's still weird to me how a lot of the classes that gnomes have access to don't make much sense for their race. Because they're just not... They're not classes that they have good stats for. And then the classes that they would have good stats for, they can't take some of those classes, so it's just very odd. Oh man, Grum really took a beating there. Poison Dart, I'll believe. Okay. Yeah, Grum needs a heal. I don't think we need Meta Helios, no. No, Seraphi's healing power is pretty mighty. Oh, okay. We're in another interior area. Stone. Also believable. Oh, interesting. Only one teleporter in that room. Okay, looks like this is going to be an easy map to 100% then. Alright, let's actually try out her new weapon. Okay, it died before she could get a chance to use it. Alright, do we have the star of 100%edness? We do. I still don't know what the second star refers to. Maybe we'll figure that out at some point. How many maps are there, anyway? Okay, pretty decent number. So this is not going to be like the desert, where it's just a 3-map area. Or the mountain, for that matter, Swordsman's Pass.
Hey.
122 damage. Okay, that is solid. I mean, granted, that was a sample size of 1. But to judge from that, her single target attack power is now on par with the frontliners, which is awesome. I still don't know if that was worth 13,000 G. So maybe that was a little bit of an extravagant expense, but at least we appear to be getting something for our money. Alright, Candy gained a level. And we just saw that you do get back your mana points on level up. I'm sure that's something I noticed before, but after 3 months I had forgotten. That's good to know, though. Gained Strength, which is excellent. Wisdom, which doesn't really help her now. Might if I class change her later, but not now. And Luck, which is good. Learned a new skill. Okay, terrible hit point roll. What's your new skill? Is it dual wielding? No, it's Fierce Slash. Dual wielding comes in 3 more levels. Okay, unleashes 3 fierce attacks, so we'll experiment with that. Oh, Saint Golem. That's scary looking. Yeah, go ahead and focus. Why not? You can attack it. Sherry, you go ahead and hide, Aisha. Okay, never mind. It was totally weak. Candy powered up. Powerful Candy. Fierce Slash. Okay. Cool, cool. I love exploring new areas, though, and I really like this one. It's just always so much fun. I've said before in the playthrough I did of the first game, but I love this gameplay. Just first-person dungeon crawler, going around exploring areas, dealing with traps, fighting enemies. There's just something so cool and fun about it. Even when the battle system is often relatively mindless, like it often is in this game, even then, it's just something about this core gameplay loop is so fun to me. And interestingly, the whole grid-based part of it, there's something important about that in this formula. It's not that I don't really enjoy first-person dungeon crawlers with free movement. I do. But I'm almost tempted to say I actually prefer it when it's grid-based like this. I don't know why exactly. Something about it just really appeals to me. I'm trying to articulate why, but I can't quite figure it out. Something about it, though. Alright, Wheeler gained a level, lost wisdom, gained faith, and he can now also do the triple attack. I think we might like that triple attack in boss battles. I think for most random encounters, we won't really want to bother. I think we'll actually get better damage output just attacking normally in most random battles, but in some boss fights, we may really appreciate having the triple attack. Encounter rate. Okay, so there's lots of exits. Oh yeah, and I was gonna say, I really like the aesthetic of this area too. You might say it's sort of generic. You know, it's just, you know, sort of a desolate wilderness landscape with a bunch of crumbling ancient ruin walls and stuff that, you know, they're just gray bricks. That's all true, and yet something about it, you know, especially with that very dark, cloudy gray sky overhead, the atmosphere of this is really on point. I really just feel like I am on a medieval fantasy adventure, or, well, fantasy adventure anyway. I don't know to what extent you can really say the setting of this game is medieval, but to me, this really captures the feel of it. Oftentimes, things that other people might call quote-unquote generic, to me I think are better described as classic, meaning that, yeah, you see them a lot, they're used a lot, but you see them a lot for a good reason. And that good reason is because they have lasting and durable appeal. And I often find those things kind of more fun, or at least more consistently fun, than things that are more quirky and gimmicky. It's not that I never like to see a quirky and gimmicky setting and characters. I do. It's just a kind of by definition, because they're quirky and gimmicky, there's more something I have to be in the mood for, or just something that I think is better enjoyed in smaller doses. Whereas the more classic kind of things, like, you know, a sort of Dungeons and Dragons or Tolkien-esque sort of classic medieval fantasy setting, is just so inherently rich and enjoyable that I can come back to that well over and over and over again and never get tired of it. Just never get tired of it. Or at least if I do get tired of it, it's only temporarily, and usually not even for very long, before I'm ready for more. Whereas more sort of quirky or really unique flavored type of things, I'll enjoy them, but I might more easily get tired of them if I experience them too much. One example of that comes into my mind is Lovecraftian horror. Stuff based on the works of H.P. Lovecraft. I really enjoy that stuff. I think it's cool and fun. But it's not something that I'm in the mood for or want to read or watch or play all the time. It's more something that I just enjoy it sometimes in smaller doses. But if I were to just, like, play Lovecraftian games or read Lovecraftian stories all the time, I would get tired of it. It has a lower saturation point, you might say. Obviously, this is all extremely subjective and very particular to me, so other people might have very different different takes and experiences based on their own tastes, so you might very easily find somebody for whom maybe, you know, it's the opposite, and Lovecraftian horror is actually the thing that they can never get enough of. And maybe they only enjoy more traditional fantasy, Tolkien, Dungeons and Dragons-esque type settings in small doses. So it is a very subjective thing. Legacy boots +6. Institute top -2 is probably no good. But Legacy boots +6. Holy crap. I kind of feel like that should go on either Sherry or Seraphi, because they are definitely lagging the most in terms of defense. Yeah, Aisha's not hurting for defense. Although Candy is a frontliner, and her defense by frontliner standards, is lagging a little bit. Maybe I'll give them to her. There, now her defense is the best in the party. Okay. Thanks to the Legacy Boots +6, Candy no longer has defense problems. And how about that, Institute top -2? It's probably total crap. Yeah, that's not better for anybody. I didn't think it would be. Now, of course, it wouldn't be accurate either. Oh, did I just get a legendary jersey top? Why am I getting all these amazing item drops? Judgment is so sus. I don't believe that for a second. Let's assume it's poison gas. Okay, it wasn't trapped at all. But did I get another legendary item? I went through it really fast. I did! I got a legendary jersey top. Actually makes accuracy and evade worse, hilariously. Is there anybody for whom that's going to be better, though? Despite being called legendary, maybe not. Like, sure, that's a nice defense boost. But if it's going to reduce accuracy and evasion, I'm not that excited about it. So I think I'll pass on equipping that on anybody. But as I was saying, now of course it's not... Ooh, now it's raining. Strictly accurate to say that Class of Heroes is purely... what you might call traditional RPG fantasy. Because it has a very... Obviously it's very anime. And not only is it very anime, it's very cutesy anime at that. And it has the whole school theme going on. And its own distinctive races and takes on the races. But even so, I think that we can probably all agree that it has a pretty strong traditional RPG fantasy adventuring flavor to it. Just kind of with its own special Class of Heroes flavor. But fundamentally, this is a very sort of D&D-esque inspired kind of game at its heart. Of course, to some extent that's true for literally every RPG ever made. Because D&D is the proto-RPG, and all of them trace their lineage back to it, ultimately. But obviously some much more so than others. There's some where that ancestry is very evident, and others where you really have to squint hard to see it. I think in the case of Class of Heroes, it's one of those where it's pretty obvious its ultimate ancestry, even with its own unique take on the genre. But I mean, this could totally be a Dungeons & Dragons campaign. The main distinctive thing about it would be that, hey, you go to an adventuring school. Okay, I remember this area. I actually might want to save. I think we may be close to where we fight the boss for this quest. And I think I seem to recall that there's like a really major story boss battle that occurs here too. I think we come back here and might have a big boss battle here later in the game. But again, that's vague memory from a while ago, so no promises that that's accurate. Yeah, if you just had a Dungeons & Dragons campaign where its special gimmick is that you're students at an adventuring school, as opposed to sort of the more traditional kind of adventuring party. I mean, that's Class of Heroes, basically. That sounds like kind of a fun campaign, actually. But I guess we're pretty much literally playing it right now, so... You know, yeah, confirmed. It's a fun campaign. I feel like I kind of started babbling on some weird tangents this episode, but... Oh well, hopefully it's been interesting. Enjoy. I don't know why there's that weird blue-colored S in some of these messages. Oh goodness, the localization job on this game does seem a little sloppy. I mean, don't get me wrong, I am super grateful it's localized at all. So I'm not really going to complain. I will take a slightly... Okay, it just repeatedly is looking to me like I should be able to step forward, but it's not the case. So I should stop doing that. Stop ramming my characters' faces into the wall. So, you know, I'll absolutely take what we got, and I am grateful for it. But I will still point out that in some ways the localization seems a little sloppy. I still would love to get the third game in the series. I really need to look up if there was a fourth. I can't remember if there was a fourth game or not. Ah, yeah, go ahead and wreck them. Alright, if you fail to hide, just attack. Probably can't steal anything from the green death pigs anyway. Alright, got a level for Grom. Strength is great. Faith is good. Vitality is great. Agi's great. Luck is great. You learn new magic. 25. What an incredible level. Absolutely incredible level. That was amazing. What new magic did you learn? Is Seism Quake the new one? We definitely already had Omni-Sight. Oh, I should probably turn Omni-Sight on. That was such a good level, I'm going to save it. Sorry if it's a little save scummy, but I do not want to lose a level up that good in a game with random level ups. What was I saying? I was babbling on about something and then I got distracted. It probably wasn't important. This is a pretty cool looking area though. I think we can all agree. Oh yeah, I was saying, oh, stun gas. Is that true? Ooh, that's nasty. I think that's like potential TPK territory. Don't screw this up, Aisha. Okay, good job. Samurai armor -2. That sounds potentially good, even with the -2 on it. Drops his accuracy like a stone. So I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't think so. Not with that big accuracy drop. Accuracy really matters. But I would love to get a localization of the third game. The first one is great. The second one's even better. And I've heard that the third one's even better than that. I don't know what the chances of that ever happening are. Even with this release of the remasters, I don't have the impression that the game is super popular or anything. So I don't know if its popularity has risen to the level where it would be economically viable for anybody to license and localize the third game, but man, I would love it if it happened. There are a lot of series that I really like that just aren't popular enough that it's likely for the whole thing to ever get localized, sadly. I guess I just have somewhat unusual taste that often does not align with the mainstream. Which almost makes me sound like a hipster, which makes me want to throw up in my mouth a little bit because I don't want to be a hipster. But I guess I am actually a little bit of a video game hipster. Ah, pretty good experience. Yay, level for Aisha. Strength, wisdom, good. Vite is great. Agi is great. 6 is good by her standards. Great level. Great level. That's a save level when it's that good. Yeah, her getting she was just losing Agi left and right for a while, which considering her class was terrible. But she's gaining it back, so that's good. As I mentioned before, when I described how the level up system, it normalizes over time. So if you temporarily get screwed over with bad level ups, that's a situation that should resolve itself. But it still doesn't feel good to get a really crappy level. Huh. Maybe this wasn't the right way to go, because I'm not seeing any sign that there's actually a boss fight here, you know, no rotating question mark or person icons. So I guess it's actually just later in the game that we come here to have the big story boss fight, if my memory is serving me accurately. Alright, we still don't have the star of 100%edness. Oh, because I missed this. And now we do. Okay, so the boss fight was not here. Oh, fair enough. Where did you put your boss monster, Dante? Get out of here. Hey, random encounter rate. Chill out. Let's see, what was through this one? Okay, we didn't explore much of this. Oh, so much for our accuracy buff. There's a chest over there. Okay, that's deep water. And there's an anti-magic zone, so we can't activate Floatier from there. Oh. Electric walls. I mean, I don't know how there's an electric wall there. That just looks to me like a patch of dirt. But, if you say so, game. Okay, but we can cross here. Is it a trick? My memory is telling me that it might have been this map where there is some anti-magic zone water nonsense going on. But, you know, who knows. I mean, I'm surprised at how accurately I remember a lot of stuff. Okay. Nothing there, at least. Good Lord, get out of here. Huh. So we have no way to get it. Oh, maybe we do. Maybe we do. I was going to say without equipping everybody with float accessories, but that might not be true. Alright, now Floatier is not the cheapest. Okay, random encounter rate. Relax. Chill out. Oh, good lord. Good lord. It's so annoying. Can you cure fear? You cannot. And you need healed. Fix the formation. Get back in front, Wheeler. Stop being a coward. Now float to... Oh my god, encounter rate. This is absurd. Go away. Let me take one step without an attack. There. Do you get the message? Oh, level for Seraphi. Well timed. Get her mana points back. Gained Agi. Luck. Learn a new skill. Good hit point roll. I didn't say that she learned any new spells, so I don't think she did. No, I'm not seeing anything, but she got a new skill. What was her new skill? Oops. Amplify magic. Focus the mind to increase magic power. Magic effects are twice as strong. MP use is doubled too. How long does that last? If it's like you amplify magic on turn 1 and then it lasts for the rest of the fight, then this could be a good way to damage burst against bosses. But if it's like the amplified magic only lasts for a single round, then that's literally pointless. What? This is absurd. Every single step I take, I'm getting into a fight. I'm starting to get a little salty about it. It's a little out of control. Piss off. That's what you get. Okay. Now, I was going to say Floateer is not the cheapest spell, so having to cast it over and over is a little annoying. But since she just leveled up and got all her mana points back, not too bothered. Okay. And that did the trick. Oh my god, the encounter rate. Okay. I think we're getting close-ish to where I'm going to want to end the episode. It's a little hard for me to tell because I'm going to edit out a huge amount of shopping, so the amount of time I've been recording is not accurate. Okay, level for Sherry. Strength Agi. Learn new magic. Good hit point roll. Wow, we've been getting good hit point, or good level ups, I mean. Which of these is new? Is Escapier the new one? Escape from combat. Okay. Could be useful. Very much the utility caster, the scion of the game, except they decided to make puppeteers instead of scions. I don't know why they decided to make that change. I don't really have a problem with it. Gonna save that level up. But I'm not sure why they decided they didn't like scions anymore. I mean, we got some pretty cute puppeteer art, so I'm not going to complain. Just seems a little arbitrary. Dead. I like that almost dismissive sounding. Alright, well, let's cast one more Floateer. Magic Drain. Okay. I endured that Dispel just to get that square for the 100%. Alright, do we have the Star of 100%edness? We do not, because I missed over here. Now we do. Beautiful. Good lord, okay. This is, I think we might have to split this one into multiple episodes. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and call it here. Continue delving into the ruins in the next one. This is going very well, though. We're not even really at the point where I feel like we have to go back and rest or anything. How's our inventory doing? Oh yeah, we got tons of space in our inventory too. So yeah, we're doing fine on this exploration. No problem. I probably just jinxed the heck out of it. I'm going to go ahead and save my progress so far. And next time, we continue delving into the ruins, and maybe we'll find that boss that Dante seeded in here for our practical exam. I'll see you then.